We have seen this logo hundreds of times before. At the beginning of Hollywood's greatest masterpieces, this boy, sitting on a blue moon with a fishing rod in his hands, has always been there, guiding us into our favorite childhood animations. With him, we joined the chaotic world of Shrek and the wild escape of Madagascar. But have you ever wondered who that boy really is? Millions of people have seen him, but almost nobody knows who he really is. That boy wasn't just a company logo. He was actually the real-life son of the artist who painted it. But this story goes much deeper than that. To truly understand this story, we need to rewind the clock to the early 90s. Right into the heart of the Disney empire. At that time, Disney was living its golden era, dropping back-to-back masterpieces like The Lion King, Aladdin, and The Little Mermaid. And the real mastermind behind this animation renaissance was the ambitious head of the department, Jeffrey Katzenberg. Katzenberg had carried Disney on his back and earned his place among the company's top leadership. But in 1994, Disney's CEO, Michael Eisner, made one of the most controversial moves in Hollywood history. He blocked the Katzenberg's rise and practically threw him out the door. It was a move that would shake the entire animation industry. Katzenberg left Disney and, without wasting any time, knocked on the doors of the two most powerful minds in the industry, music mogul David Geffen and legendary director Steven Spielberg. These three giants joined forces with a single vision: to build a new kingdom where artists were free and where characters were rejected by the system. The ones who weren't beautiful or handsome could still be the heroes of their own stories. But what made this entire story more interesting wasn't Spielberg nor Katzenberg. It was a small decision made by an artist that night, simply looking at his son. For years, traditional Hollywood studios had been using old-school hand-drawn logos. But Steven Spielberg wanted this new studio to symbolize the rising technology of the era. The idea in his mind was to create a modern image backed by the power of computer effects. To bring this new technological vision to life, Spielberg knocked on the door of Robert Hunt, one of the master illustrators of the time. After Spielberg shared his ideas for that modern design, Hunt locked himself in his studio. Hunt felt something was missing. It needed a classic fairy tale soul that directly captures human imagination. He put away the digital design tools, picked up his brush, and began painting that famous blue moon on the paper. Instead of the adult man Spielberg had imagined, Hunt placed a small, innocent boy on the moon. And behind this decision, there was a completely personal and emotional inspiration. The artist used his own son, William, who was sleeping at home at that moment, as his model. He placed his son's childlike, pure form right into the heart of this massive Hollywood story. When delivery day arrived, Hunt stood before the founders of the studio and presented two different options to Spielberg. The first option was the exact modern design the director had described. And the second option was the painting of the boy on the blue moon, modeled after Hunt's own son. Spielberg looked at both pieces. There was a brief silence in the room. On one side was his own modern vision, and on the other, the story of a hand-drawn painting. Spielberg noticed the sincerity in the drawing and changed his mind. He dropped his original modern idea and chose the hand-drawn painting instead. That single decision gave birth to one of the most iconic logos in animation history. Big studios can build massive worlds and show us great visuals. But what we truly remember will always be the real stories. The boy sitting on that blue moon reminds us of the stories we grew up with. And maybe that's why DreamWorks never put William Hunt's face on the logo. Because the goal wasn't to show a single child. That boy represented everyone who dares to dream. My name is Berem, this is Pochekai, and thanks for watching.